Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing, and welcome to what is going to be a seriously exciting video ahead. I have just taken delivery of what is such a cool car. This is an Audi TT RS, and if you don't know much about these cars, they're cool. They are very cool, and I haven't actually been able to document one of these properly on my channel because you may have seen, but if you're early viewers of the channel, I had an Audi RS3. This was a loan car from Audi UK, and I also had another loan car which is an Audi RS4, and something about the RS range which is just seriously cool enough. I got a phone call, and this was actually from Audi UK, and they said, hello. That's usually how phone calls go. Would you like to have a loan car, and this being a TTRS? And I said, you know what? Yes, 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 and yes. And this got delivered today. This, directly behind me. This is the TTRS, and how amazing does it look in this red colour? And we are going to have a chance today to experience it and basically just find more about it, because I haven't seen loads about it online, but we're going to find more about it today. Should we have a little walk around it? Look at it! Look at that! How cool is it in the lighting? Oh. So here it is then, the car which I have on loan, the Audi TT RS, and we can't deny that this is a seriously good looking car, thanks to the guys at Audi UK, because come on, I really like this and I'm a massive fan. I know a lot of you guys out there have been wanting to see more about this car. I know that it's got a big fan base, the RS range really does, and after having the RS3 and the RS4, this just makes total sense. When we walk around this way, oh come on, in that red colour, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan, and this car especially is specced out to the hills. When it got delivered today, I was like, wow, it is awesome. The back of it, how like the badges are like blacked out and stuff like that. I was like, yeah. I love as well how this rear window is tinted out, but look at it from here. How insane does that look from here? And even this car has every single option on it, and I believe it even has the £1,000 upgrade, which is the sports exhaust. And what we're going to do in this video as well, talk all things pricing and everything else. One of the best things about it, engine start stop button just there. It's got a seriously nice interior. What's also very nice as well is this red stitching going on here. You're thinking, can you get passengers in the back? Well, not really. It's not really a vibe, to be honest with you. That's not actually, I don't think it's designed. I mean, you can't really fit people in the back of that, unfortunately. I mean, the legroom is pretty non-existent. Lovely Alcantara wheel. That's really nice when you're sort of gripping hold of that. I've missed that in my cars, so I'm going to be enjoying an Alcantara wheel. I personally think it's good looking. I probably, if I owned this myself, would black out the wheel. Well, would I though? The wheels work, it all works. Without further ado, we should jump in the Audi TTRS and head on our way into London. It's the evening, not the daytime, which is a little bit different for a vlog, because I want to take it out and see the red, you know, on the streets and everything. I just thought it'd be way cool and a little bit different. And one thing, if you're not aware about this car, well, I am going to, when I jump in, we go for a drive, I'll talk you about all the sort of facts and figures of costings and everything, but they're rapid. I have been in one of these before, and I could not believe how fast they are. They are no joke. When I mean no joke, one of the options on this car has made this from 150 roughly miles per hour to 174 miles an hour. A TT. What? Well, that is how fast it is. That's a small glimmer of how insane this is. But it does come with a price tag. So what we're going to do, jump in, go into London in terms of Sloane Street, etc., and see what we can find car-wise, but also take in this. Here we go. Oh baby, we're in. We are in. Installing sat-nav. And now we're in. Oh, what a place to be. What a place to be. So welcome inside the Audi TTRS, where I'm heading to Sloane Street to see what cars I can find tonight. So I've put the little lights on, and we're cruising along, and we're going to see what we can find. I'm on my own today, guys. I've phoned Tom, he's not around. I've phoned Tony, he's not around. so it's just me today. It was roughly a year ago where we drag raced my A45 against a TTRS. We also drag raced it briefly against an Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio, and this wiped the floor. Let's have a little chat about a few features in terms of the pricing of this car. So, £70,000 basically. It's £68,000 on the spec sheet. We'll round up to the nearest 10. £70,000 for yours only, a TTRS. This car does 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds, and when you put launch mode on, it's 3.5 seconds. How many cars it would win? It would win. It's so many. And it's a different driving experience. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, the brakes are quite squeaky. People will write this car off quite quickly, but don't. Coming up to winter, this is perfect. Quattro, do 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds as I come up alongside a new RS4. We're not going to race because we're in London, but let me just say, he would have seen this car, sat next to him, and he'll be thinking, it's a TT. Well, you don't know, it's a TTRS, and it would absolutely destroy you. I personally like the way it looks. I know a lot of people give it this bracket of, oh, it's a hairdresser's car. I don't really know where that's come from, but I think it's a cool car. Not necessarily sure you could put too many people in the back because there's not much seat room, leg room, seat room, leg room, yeah. But it's not really about that. It's something a little bit different, and compared to something like an RS3, the ride is a little bit harder. Don't get me wrong, you do notice that instantly. There's an RS6 is ahead of us. I hope you can see that, and there's a dog as well there as well. There's the RS6. It's good. Looking forward to my one. Looking forward very much to my one. Before we jump out of the car, when we're just going to head on our way and see what's around, I want to talk to you a little bit in terms of, it's just so good, part of the I love it. I'm absolutely, I'm having a great time in here. Is what you could buy compared to this. So let's say £70,000, what this will get you. You could buy an SVR, an old shape SVR, you could buy a Nissan GTR, you could buy an Audi R8 V10, well, not V10 Plus, you need, put £10,000 more in, you probably get a V10 Plus. Buy an RS3 and have 20 grand left over. It's expensive, and I think some people, the price tag will probably scare a lot of people off. Paddles are actually the same as the R8 V10 Plus, and I need to find off where start stop if it's just there, because that will really drive me mad. But let's actually have a little look at something like this. So we can have a look at the view. You can just press view and you can just see there, especially my little trick which I had. Hopefully it works. When you zoom out and you go into space. Woo! This is how flipping cool. I love the virtual cockpit in an Audi, modern Audi these days, honestly. And this start stop button here, so when we jump out just now, we're going to jump out the car, we go like this, we turn it off. It's all very peaceful in here, but then when you open the door, we have a lovely logo just there, and then we turn up, and this is leaving right now, already in London. A flipping hell. That is ridiculous. And a Hurricane straight away. Urus, and oh my god, in Largo. That is flipping awesome. Mad. How insane is that? Come on, who's in agreement with me on that one? I mean, look at it sat there. Look at it sat there. Look at that flipping sat there. So now look. Look. This is mad. So how unreal is that? We get here and they're flipping in Largo, Urus, everybody in Largo. Oh, I know there's a white one going around and it looks amazing, but something about that. Yes, always a Range fan, but SVJ is here. One of the first ones I've seen sort of in London, but first one. We know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a fan of purple, and this purple one is the coolest one I've ever seen. It's so good. And a friend of mine in Monaco actually has, he knows who he is if he's watching, he has one similar to this, and with all the carbon, everything, SVJ, I mean, I think that's the best colour. Who is in agreement with me that that is the best colour for an SVJ? Personally, I'd probably black out the wheels, but they're so good, aren't they? You just can't go wrong. Yellow seats as well, which go with the yellow calipers. I like what he's done there. A lot of you guys will know that I was at one time, not that long ago, on the hunt for one of these, and it didn't work out. I think with the facelifted version coming out, and like that's all, and the GTR Pro, there's a GTR Black Series which is going to drop as well. It didn't really make as much sense, but I like the look of them, and I will always like the look of these cars because the shape of them, I think they're awesome, but it just didn't have a place for it at the time. And if we go here, we have an SV which is identical to Mr. TG's car, isn't it? Like, that is pretty much identical. It's not his car. I've always been a fan of the SV, and when we compare them, the SVJ to this SV, what would you prefer? I still think the SV is king. We go to a little different location. I know the Dorchester always has nice stuff there as well, and we're going to see what's going on. Oh look, F-Type SVR. So we're going to jump back in the TTRS. The lights come on. Looks amazing, doesn't it, with the lights on at night? How good does that look? How good does that look? I think it just fits in really well. And funnily enough, the spotters just came along and they were like, TTRS, we never really see many there. I was like, yes. Oh yes. We have arrived at the Dorchester, everybody. And look, we have a Generation 1 GT3 RS, so the same car as mine, but Generation 1 of course, but Miami blue. It's nice, isn't it? Like pearl white. Pearl white, stunning. Actually think all of these cars are together, but yeah, that's a bit of me. That is absolutely a bit of me. And then another SV. And what we also have here parked outside the Dorchester is Mr. Rana's, as you can see, because it's got jet on the back, his 812 Superfast, which I love, and I think this is the spec which I would go for myself. Black on black with the yellow calipers as well. I think that's perfect. That is just perfect, isn't it? Look at it. Look at it sat there. Oh, I'm a massive fan of that. That's like a marble sort of funky livery going on here. That's insane. Crazy cars that you see in London, everybody. And that is a prime example of one of them. Wow, wow, wow. So I'm now back in the TTRS. It's been such a fun day. 1 AM it is now. I've been driving around constantly. I've been having that much fun. So a massive thank you to Audi UK for lending me this car. I'm going to try and make as much content as I can. And let me know in the comment section what you want to see with it. And I'll see if I can potentially make it possible. And this will all make sense. One of the big videos coming very shortly with it, it will all kind of make a lot more sense why I've been lent this car at the moment. So that is all to come. And next week I am off on a plane for, I think, what is the biggest video ever to hit my channel. I'm going abroad. Doing YouTube, I never expected it to open up some of the opportunities that I've had, but this one is beyond anything. Nothing has, I don't think, has come close. It's that big, and this is all going to come very shortly, and I cannot say, unfortunately, what it is just yet, but when it gets released, I'm hoping it's going to be next week. I go abroad next week to film it. It is mad. You can try and guess if you want, but it's that crazy. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of it, because what's happening next week is, I don't think I'm going to sleep for a week. Leave it like that. Anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Leave your comments down below. Massive thank you to Audi UK for lending me this car. Really kind of them. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, guys. And I'll see you all very soon.